This video tutorial will focus on two areas of accessibility for PowerPoint documents: images and reading order. Note that this video demonstrates PowerPoint 2013 for Windows. However, the steps demonstrated here are also applicable to PowerPoint 2010 for Windows and to some degree PowerPoint for the Macintosh. If you are using a Mac, turn on Ribbon under the View menu in PowerPoint for Mac. This will display a ribbon panel similar to that displayed in the Windows version and allow you to follow the instructions in this tutorial more easily. Two of the most important steps for ensuring PowerPoint accessibility is 1. To label images and graphics with alternate text, and 2. To ensure the correct reading order of text on each PowerPoint slide. Alternate text, also called alt text, is what is read to a screen reader, a device used by blind, low vision, or individuals with reading disabilities to access computer content. To enter alternate text, right-click on the image to bring up the context menu, or control mouse click on a one-button mouse on the Mac. Select Format, Picture, and then Size and Properties. The alternate text should be entered in the description field. The description field, and not the title field, is what is conveyed to the screen reader device. Alternate text should be as clear and concise as possible, less than 120 characters. For this slide, alt text of either Portrait of Lorenzo de' Medici or simply Lorenzo de' Medici would be sufficient. If this slide was about art or art history, we might describe the painting in more detail. For more detail on selecting appropriate alternate text, consult either the Using Word Accessibility Checker, Focus on Alternate Text video, or the PowerPoint Accessibility and Best Practices Quick Guide, which contains a section on alternate text. Next, we'll check the order of text on the visual slide, usually referred to as normal view. If accessing the visual slide, a screen reader user will hear the text read on the slide based on the underlying programmatic order, which is often not the same order as it appears visually. Someone using screen enlargement might also tab through a slide one item at a time in order to view each enlarged segment of text at a time. A misordered slide could therefore be confusing to both these types of users. There are two ways to check the logical reading order of text on a slide. One is to click in the gray staging area around your slide, then press Tab to access the first item on the slide. As you continue to tab through the slide, you will follow the logical order of the text. For this slide, you can see that the logical order of text does not match the order as it appears visually. Another way to check the order of text is to use the Selection Pane. The Selection Pane also provides a method for correcting the ordering of text. To access the Selection Pane, select Home, then Arrange. From the pull-down menu, click on or select Selection Pane. As we select each item in the list shown in the pane, the corresponding item in the visual slide is highlighted. Counterintuitively, the reading order starts at the bottom of the slide and moves up. In other words, the bottom element is the first item and the top element the last. To correct the reading order so that it is presented logically, drag any of the elements in the list to its proper location based on the context of the slide. For example, on this slide, the title of the slide, Lorenzo's Florence, identified as Rectangle 2 on the Selection Pane, is the second item on the slide. To move it to its proper location, first on the slide, we drag it to the bottom of the Selection Pane. Text box 2, the subtitle 1442 to 1492, is at the very top of the Selection Pane, the last item on the slide. To have it read or ordered second on the slide, we move it just above the title, second from the bottom. Now if we tab through the slide, the tab order of the slide follows the order shown in the visual layout. We've covered two procedures for checking and correcting the accessibility of PowerPoint documents. There are other important checks to conduct in PowerPoints to ensure accessibility, including providing sufficient color contrast between foreground text and the background, writing meaningful link text, and using headers for data tables. You can find step-by-step instructions for performing these other important checks at the PowerPoint Accessibility and Best Practices Guide mentioned previously.